Hi there. Welcome to the short yoga on the wall class. Today, you're going to need something kind of like this. This is a little squishy Pilates ball, slightly deflated, but you could use a pillow or even a yoga block if that's what you have. And of course, we're going to need wall and ideally as much wall as you can find. We are going to end up with our legs up the wall wide. So that does require just a little bit more space. But we're going to start out just coming to the wall, having your hips and knees at 90. Take a moment and be fairly precise here, making sure that you're like in the Goldilocks zone, not too close and not too far. It should feel pretty good. As you settle in, I'm going to have you do a couple little pelvic tilts. You're going to flatten your back and arch your back. Flatten your back, arch your back. Just notice how the muscles of your low back are feeling. How well is the pelvis moving forward and back? Does it feel free and easy? How does the front of the hip feel? And then I want you to think about tipping the pelvis a little bit forward so we have a little bit more of an arch in the back. And the top of your pelvis and your pubic bone are pretty level. So thinking about a little bit of an anterior tilt. And then we are going to do adduction and abduction with the knees. So you're going to roll to the pinky toe side of your foot, pause, and then roll back to a flat foot, knees touch together. So it's knees wide, knees together. And you'll notice I am rolling the outside edge of the foot and then back to a flat foot, but I'm trying to keep my feet parallel and hip distance apart. So they're not getting any wider and they're not turning out. Nice and slow. Just noticing how this feels right and left side. One more time wide and together. Now, holding your legs moderately parallel, push your feet into the floor or into the wall and think about head and shoulder crawling your rib cage away from your pelvis and letting your back get flat. So we're now kind of posterior tilt, tucking the tail. Then you're going to take the ball or your pillow and set it between your knees. So you're flattening your back and holding the ball. Arms are relaxed. Push your feet into the wall. Pull your bum up off the floor, keeping that little posterior tilt. So now my pubic bone is higher than the top of my pelvis. We're just going to hang out here and breathe. Long, slow inhalations through the nose. Long, slow exhalations through the lips. And perhaps we notice as we exhale, the belly kind of hollows out. One more breath here. You're going to set your pelvis back down. You're going to take the ball out, set it aside, adjust a little bit. And again, roll through a couple pelvic tilts, little forward, little back. We're going to repeat that one more time. So you're coming into neutral, and then we're doing abduction, adduction. Knees wide, knees together. Knees wide, knees together. Noticing second time around, are things moving more easily? Maybe yes, maybe no. Then again, you're going to come back to parallel legs. You're going to put the ball between your knees or your pillow between your knees. You're going to head and shoulder crawl your rib cage away from your pelvis. Tuck your tail, let your back flatten. Push your feet into the wall. Peel your bum up. So we've got that posterior pelvic tilt. You're pushing into the floor and also thinking about pulling down a little bit. Want to feel the back of the leg working. And then you settle in again. Just watching the breath. One more inhalation. One more exhalation. Set your pelvis down. Take the ball out just as you need to. You may need to get a little bit closer to the wall again. And one last time, going through a couple little pelvic tilts. Little forward, little back. Noticing if that has changed. Now, again, we're going to go to like a neutral feeling pelvis. So top of the pelvis, pubic bone, relatively parallel to the floor. We have a little arch in our back. One last time, you're going to put the ball or the pillow between your knees. Push your feet into the wall. Pick your bum up now just a little bit, just a smidge, like an inch off the floor, without tucking your tail. And then see if I can send my right knee up and my left hip down, and then switch. Send my left knee up and my right hip down. So we're doing a little pelvic swivel. And the ball or the pillow is there to keep you honest. The pelvis is rotating, but your knees are not swinging from side to side. And there's one more little fine detail you want to watch, that you're not shortening your waist. One more time each side. And then again, you're going to set your pelvis down. Take the ball or the pillow out for a moment. Pause and notice. So again, we have a little arch in our back. Straighten both legs up the wall. Cross your left ankle over your right. Slide the left ankle down. So now your legs look at like an upside down number 4. Slide the right heel down. So you go back to a 90-degree knee on that right side. We're going to hang out here. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe. Hang out here in this assisted hip lift position just for a few breaths. And we want to notice, do I have the mobility, the range of motion in my hips to have my legs in this shape without my back flattening, without my pelvis twisting, without my waist shortening up one side or the other? Then you're going to slide right leg up, slide left leg up, uncross, and we're going to switch sides. So you're going to go right ankle across left ankle, slide that right leg down, right ankle ends up just above the knee, slide the heel down, pause. Very likely it's not going to feel exactly the same right and left side. That's fine. It's perfect. Just let yourself be, let yourself breathe. Then again, we're going to slide that left heel up, slide the right leg up, uncross. I want you to go back to your 90 knees, 90 hips. One more time, get your pillow or your ball, set it between your knees, push your feet into the wall, pick your pelvis up off the floor, and then again, we're doing the swivel. Left hip down, right hip down. Left hip down, right hip down. Can I swivel without waggling from side to side? One more time, each side. Set your pelvis down. Take the pillow out. Set that aside. Stretch your legs up the wall. Again, neutral feeling pelvis, relaxed belly. Cross your left ankle over your right. Slide your left ankle down. Going down into the assisted hip lift one more time. Just settling in. Breathing. Now, if this feels really easy, there's not a lot of tension around the hip, you can maintain a level pelvis and kind of the waist being the same on both sides. You're just going to pull the right foot away from the wall. We're going to hang out here for a moment. It'll be maybe a little more tension or stretch sensation across the back of that left hip. You want to notice when you pulled the foot away from the wall that your neck and shoulders didn't tense up. We were kind of able to maintain length in the back of the neck. You're going to put the right foot sole back down, slide the right heel up, slide the left leg up, uncross, cross right ankle over left, slide the right leg down, slide the left heel down, assisted hip lift position. Again, we just hang out here for a breath or two, noticing. If this feels really quite relaxed and accessible, then maybe we pull the left foot away from the wall. And out here for a breath or two. Relax your jaw. And you're going to place left foot sole down, slide the left heel up, slide the right leg up, uncross, pause for a moment, notice. Now, we have two straight legs, they're parallel, they're pelvis width apart. I want you to notice if your pelvis feels level, if this feels very easy, not like a stretch, it's just a shape that your legs can do. And if that is the case, we're going to get a little closer to the wall. So the easiest way to do that is to roll onto your side and kind of shift your hips closer to the wall. You get it kind of as close as you can, and then you're going to swing your legs up. Now, we're going to get a little nitpicky here. First detail, can I dorsiflex my ankles? So could I make it so that I could put a tray of sandwiches on my feet and they wouldn't fall off? So you're trying to find like a standing looking foot, a standing looking ankle. That's number one. Can I do that? Number two, can I get straight knees? If you check off those two things, we're perfect. If you can't check off those two things, you might need to move away from the wall a little bit. And then finally, is my sacrum on the floor? So is my low back, my hips, my pelvis, is it firmly on the floor? And if you can check off all those things, we're going to hang out here now. Arms a little bit away from the body, palms face up, and just breathe. So we're keeping some tension in the feet. We're keeping our knees straight. And we're trying to relax our belly. With each long, slow exhalation, you just think about the belly relaxing, getting soft, drawing back towards your spine. If adding this tension down the back of the leg made your neck and shoulders feel uncomfortable, you could put your pillow or your ball underneath your head. That can feel kind of nice. So now we're going to add a little movement here. Keeping your feet flexed, balancing those sandwich trays on your feet. You're turning your legs out and then turning them in. So external and internal rotation at the hip. Just noticing, do your right and left side have equal rotational ability? Come back to parallel feet. Move just a little wider. So slightly wider than your shoulders. Again, we're going to turn out, turn in, turn out, turn in. Try and keep those knees straight. And then again, just a little wider, not as wide as you could go, just a little wider than they were before. Turn out, turn in. Now, bring your legs back parallel, pelvis width apart. Pull your straight left leg away from the wall and put it down. Pull it away, put it down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pull your straight right leg away from the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep flexing those feet. Bring your arms in front of you. Interlace your fingers, palms touching, elbows mostly straight. Pull over. Thumbs side down to the floor above your head, and then forward. Arms back and forth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let your arms relax. So we're going to run through that one more time. Starting with rotation, turn your feet out, turn them in, turn them out, turn them in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little wider. Turn out, turn in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just a little wider. Turn out, turn in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your legs back parallel and then pull away. Left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your arms back in front of you. Interlace your fingers, palms touching, elbows mostly straight. Pull over. Thumbs down into the floor and forward. Arms back and forth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms come back forward. Let them relax. Now you're going to let your legs go as wide as they can go. So you're just letting them fall out wide. Keep a little bit of tension in your feet. So you're not just letting your feet flop. Notice what your back and pelvis want to do here. Sometimes maybe we'll notice as the legs go wide, the pelvis wants to tip forward. Go ahead and let it. Don't try and manage that. You can have your hands wherever you want. Just breathe. Couple more breaths here. Now use your inner legs or use your hands to help. Pull those legs back up. Last pose here. You're going to bring your feet together and let your feet slide down the wall. Knees go wide. So we're coming in 2-bound angle on the wall. Feet together, knees wide. And I've never really recommend using your hands to press your knees into the wall. But what you might do, a little bit press your feet into the wall, the outside edge of your feet. A little bit press your knees into your hands and kind of resist that pressure. And it's like subtle. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit of pressure. and then let that relax. And imagine using your hip muscles to move your knees to the wall. Hanging out here for a couple more breaths. Now, of course, you could just stay here as long as you like. If you find legs up the wall, legs wide, this boundago position feels kind of nice, feels kind of relaxing, you could choose to stay here, or you can stretch your legs up, roll over onto one side, pick yourself up, and just carry on with your day. Thank y'all for joining me. See you next time.